Allah speaks of money in the Quran. Oh yes. In the Quran you'll find dinar. In the Quran you'll find dirham. A dinar in the Quran is a gold coin. A dirham in the Quran is a silver coin. This is money in the Quran. And in the Hadith, you have not only dinar and dirham, but, excuse me, when there is a shortage of gold and silver coins in the market, then in Medina they would use dates as money. You call it korma. They would use dates as money, or wheat, or barley, or salt. But they will use, in a substitute for gold and silver, they'll use an article of food consumption. So you can't ban it, can you? An article of food consumption, which is in abundant supply in the market, no shortage, which has a shelf life, not like mangoes. This can last for some time, and which has its value inside of it, not outside, so George Soros can play games with it. It has intrinsic value. This is money in Islam. This is money in the Sunnah. This is halal money. And when we build our Muslim villages, this is what we want to do, to bring back that Sunnah money, so that our transactions may be halal. But what they did after they colonized us was to bring in their bogus and fraudulent money, paper money. What's the value of a paper currency, paper note? The value of one piece of paper is equivalent to another piece of paper. Full stop. You don't need a PhD in mathematics for that. Then how can you tell me that this piece of paper has the value of roti canai? I can't understand that. And that other piece of paper, you just change the color and put a number, and that piece of paper has the value of a BMW. Do I look like someone with the brains of a donkey? You just have to change the color and change the number on it, and you can change the value of the piece of paper. Are you a magician? And if anyone wants to challenge me, do please remember, I have studied international monetary economics. I've done it at 2 universities, so I do have some knowledge of what I'm talking about. That's where your paper money is today. That's where your paper money is today. And if you would go to the internet and look up for my lectures on the gold dinar and silver. Oh, and there's also a booklet outside on the subject, the gold dinar and silver dirham, Islam and the future of money. And we do have some dinar and dirham outside? Yeah, we do. We have some dinar and dirham outside. So you could take it up and feel it. Your grandfathers used to feel it. And now you don't ever touch a dinar and dirham. We have some outside. And so they brought this bogus monetary system and got the whole world hooked on it. So they're printing paper and we printing paper. Everybody printing paper. But there's a difference. I was addressing a conference in Brunei with Islamic scholars from different parts of the world. And I made a joke and nobody laughed. So I found it strange. How come nobody laughed? And these are scholars of Islam. And I realized they didn't have any knowledge of the subject. I said, when the Europeans and the Americans and the Australians and so on, when they print their paper, they have a secret chemical. And they dip the paper in the chemical and it comes out as hard currency. And we don't have this secret chemical. So ours is not hard currency. Nobody laughed. Perhaps they actually believed that there was this secret chemical. And these are scholars of Islam. You make a joke and nobody laughs. Yes, this is the bitter reality. That you could print a US dollar and take it anywhere in the world and you can buy whatever you want. Yeah. So long as the donkeys accept the paper, you can buy all the oil of Saudi Arabia free of charge. All that you need is paper and ink and a printing press. This is where the Ummah of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam is today. All that you need is paper and ink and a printing press. Because the scholars of Islam do not understand monetary economics. Because the institutions of learning don't teach the subject. And yet they give fatwa. And yet they give fatwa, defending it. When we print our paper, and you take a basket full of Bangladeshi taka to Midtown Manhattan, you can't even buy a cup of coffee. Nobody wants it. So you have a system of ripping off the rest of the world. And you becoming richer and richer and richer and richer, while Indonesia becomes poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer. A financial system. There is a den of thieves